What's going on, everyone? My name is Nick. Today, I wanted to discuss a question that I received a few times, which is how to cut a full color model in Bambu Studio. This workflow also saves you time and money. It's a great method, and I'm excited to share it with you. So, if you watch my AI to Star Wars lightsaber hilt video, you're going to see how simple it is to create your own hilts, just like this one. In that video, I also discussed how I separate it into multiple parts using AI, but there will come a time when separating just isn't possible. Or you have a model with full color mapping that you would like to print into multiple parts. If you've ever worked with a model with full color mapping, you will know that when using the cut tool, you will immediately destroy the mapping. So today, I'm going to show you how I accomplish this with a simple trick, saving you time and money. Before we jump in, hit that like button and drop me a comment if you enjoy these quick tips. I have a ton of them ready to drop, and I want to make sure that you guys are enjoying them. All right, for this tutorial, I'm going to use the hilt that I created from my AI hilt video. Now, as you can see, you would definitely not want to print this flat just like this. Or if we were to rotate it up on either end, that would not be ideal either. But if we were to slice it in half, we could easily print it into two parts and then glue them together without having to worry about a possible print failure. Let me show you what happens when you use the cut tool in Bambu Studio. I cut the model in half and we instantly lose the color mapping. That is because the map is directly connected to the original model. Once that changes, the map is lost. So let me show you a quick, simple workaround. First, let me go ahead and undo this. Since we're cutting this hilt into two parts, I'm going to make a quick copy. Select the model, then press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and I'm going to just move it off the build plate for now. Actually, you know what? Let me make a second copy and move it over here as well. I'll show you why I did this in just a minute. Next, I'm going to right click on the build plate and go to Add Primitive and then Cube. The first thing we want to do is resize the cube. Open up the scale tool and change the size to 1 mm cubed. Next, we need to select both the cube and the hilt model. Hold Control down on the keyboard and select both the cube and the model. Next, right click on the model and go to Merge. Now, if you're in the Global tab here on the left, change that to Objects, and you will now see the hilt model and the cube are now in a group. Before we move on, let's determine where we would like to make our cut. If I zoom in on our model, I think this section would be a good spot and it would be unnoticeable and easy to glue together. So this is where we will make our cut. Now in the group, select our model and then open up the Move tool. We're going to move our first model down to the cut spot. And as you can see, the model is no longer going to snap back to the top of the build plate because the cube that it's grouped with is allowing this. Great, once you position your model, it's time to complete the same step for the other side. Exit out of the Move tool, and let's pull in our copied model and complete the same steps. First, let's rotate our model 180 degrees. Then right click on the build plate, add a cube, resize the cube, and merge them together. You will see a second group now. Select your model and open the Move tool. Now let's move our model down to the exact same position so that we now see the top of our model and the bottom of our model on the build plate. Now, of course, this isn't an exact science, but if you spend a little bit of time to position your model, you can get it within a layer or two. Now let's go ahead and take this one step further. Let's go ahead and make sure our supports are turned on and see what our print time looks like. On a P2S, we have about 2,800 filament changes and a little over 3 days of print time. Now, if we take our second copy of our model and slice the entire thing at once, you will see there's a total of 4,000 filament changes and over 4 days of print time. So we're literally saving over 1,000 filament changes and a day of print time. Now, I'm sure you can see a major benefit in this method. Of course, this workflow will vary from model to model, but I've been using it for quite some time and always see some saved filament and time. All right, guys, I hope you learned something and find a way to use this within your workflow, and we'll see the benefit of saving both time and filament. Again, if you guys are enjoying this content, please shoot me a comment. It helps with the video and it also motivates me to continue to build high quality content for my audience. There is also a huge amount of my viewers that are not subscribed, so please consider subscribing and I would be forever in your debt. Again, my name is Nick, and as always, happy printing.